Midnight Marvels have already been ordered. So if you decide to order these, I wouldn't wait too long because there's probably not a whole lot more to go around. Brand new, since we brought them in probably in February or so, and $36.24, M65092. You're going to get 2 of these big plants, and we're showing you 2 big plants right here. So this gives you a good idea of the height and the width that the 2 will give you. Okay, I need to know, why are these so exciting?
Oh my goodness. Well, when we saw these for the first time, first of all, that color and the size of them, they are a beautiful, brilliant red. And then the foliage, as it's in the sunlight, you can see here, the foliage turns this wine eggplant purple color. So when the red is set against that purple leaf, it's spectacular. But this flower is 8 to 9 inches across.
Amazing.
The other thing that I thought when I first saw it is, yes, it's beautiful, it's spectacular looking, but I don't have the time or the strength to be pulling hibiscus in and out of the house. And the grower said, you don't have to. This is a hardy hibiscus. I know you can't believe it, but this is one that is going to survive outdoors, and you're not going to have to drag this in and out. I said, get out of town. I cannot wait.
That's so great. So zones 4 to 9, and we're in zone 6 here in Philly. So even when you've got some really cold weather, you know, you can leave these out all winter.
You can, and they are native to swampy areas. So I thought, oh, I don't know if I really have that area. And the grower said, native to swampy areas, so they'll tolerate wet soil, but they will acclimate to a drier, not as nice, rich soil. So they are such a durable, beautiful plant, and they are a shorter hibiscus, unlike the very tall hibiscus we're used to. These are ones that you're not going to have to relegate to the back of the garden.
Oh, that's good to know.
Right?
So these actually get about 4.5 feet tall, is that right?
Yes.
And about 4 to 5 feet wide.
Yeah, you could make a hedge with these. These will make a gorgeous display as a specimen plant in the center of your plantings. You could put them along ponds. Look at that purple foliage, how it sets against the red. I love that look, that big saucer flower that's 8 to 9 inches across. And the beautiful thing about this too is they usually bloom, hibiscus usually bloom just on the outside. These have buds that go all the way down the stem. So you're gonna have flowers on the ends and down the stem and more in the middle. So you get so much more flowering space in these plants.
All of that curb appeal that we're looking for. Here's another quick question too. So if we put these in the ground, and we can leave them in the ground, but what's the bloom time?
So midsummer, it will start to bloom.
Okay.
And when you'll see these blooms, they'll go from midsummer to the first frost.
Okay, so that could be October or
November.
November, depending on where you live.
Exactly.
Here's the other thing. You were saying to me that these grow quickly.
Yeah, they are a fast grower. So you're going to see these leaves emerge before the flower. And I couldn't believe this leaf growth is about a month. So that's, that's what these plants did in our greenhouse in a month. So that was amazing to see the fast growth, the size of the flower, the color. It is such a true, beautiful, big red. And they are something that I never saw that size, that 8 to 9 inches across.
That you can leave in the ground, even in cold climates. And that's the other thing too. So here's the thing I want to tell you. A lot of people buy more than one set. You're getting 2, and you see right here, these are the 2. You get 2 for a price tag of $36.24. If you want to get wider, you want to come out farther, you need to get 2 sets or 3 sets, especially if you want them to kind of border areas. Now, I wanted to ask sun or shade. What does it need?
They will love full sun. They will take the heat like crazy. They will take part shade as well.
Okay.
So this is such a durable plant. It's just unbelievable. It is wet tolerant. So if your soil gets a little wet, it's not going to matter. And it's drought tolerant too.
Wow.
This plant is a love. It gives me everything I need in the garden, the beauty, the size, the ease, and it's a plant that I just fell in love with because I never saw one that size and not too tall.
And here's the, okay, 2 more questions. What about pollinators? Does it like the pollinators?
I'm glad you asked me. Yes, it does. It loves the bees, the butterflies, and the hummingbirds are going to go crazy.
Oh, I was just thinking
crazy for this plant. Oh yeah, that red is going to attract them. The shape is going to attract them. The butterflies will be flittering all over. It's such a beautiful place, I say, also to do some family pictures next to a flower of this size.
Great idea. And here's my other question, because where we live here, obviously there's tons of deer. Do the deer want to eat this?
They don't typically love this plant, so they're pretty resistant to this.
Good.
We have it at our farm, and we have plenty of deer, and I still see the hibiscus are happy and big hibiscus. These plants will love any soil conditions, and they will acclimate too to different soil conditions. The fact that they were native to swampy areas.
It's amazing.
I know, but then they will still do well in drier conditions.
So let's kind of recap some of the things for you. If you just tuned in and you're like, those are gorgeous. They really are. It's something that Barbara King brought to QVC because you were excited about them. And so how do they come?
I get excited about them because our growers, they search the world for us for the latest and the greatest of plants that are out there. They call our flower shop and they say, you have to try this. Come out to the nursery, see this. And this is why I don't come up with all these ideas. We have a team of people that come up with what is out there. They are out there hunting for everything. How about that? I mean, it almost looks prehistoric. And you're going to get 2 of these. Look at the size of the root system. We're sending you a very healthy, big root system of a well-established plant. Can I show you how easy it is to plant?
Absolutely. And real quickly too, I was just going to remind everybody, they love the full sun, but they can take some shade. They're going to get about 4.5 feet tall, 4 to 5 feet wide on each, by the way. And then the flowers are 8 to 9 inches across. The greenery becomes more of a maroon kind of purple color on this one. You can leave it in the ground, zones 4 to 9. So even if you get that cold winter, you can leave these in the ground. You don't have to bring them in. And they're going to bloom from midsummer all the way to first frost. Let's go ahead and we'll plant.
These plants are performers. They are also very easy to plant. So you're going to want to dig a hole, which I already pre-dug, that's going to comfortably fit this big root system. I did a little mound in the bottom just because I like to give it a little support underneath all these roots and help with the air pockets there. And then just fill it in. You want to fill it into right here. And there you have the start of your plants. There's the work that it takes. So
and I was just going to say, what you're doing right now is reserving these for yourself. They will not ship out until it's time for you to plant them in your part of the country. So it's kind of like you'll reserve it now by placing your order. When it arrives, it means plant it now.
Exactly.
And that's what you want to do.
You want to water it in with Barb's Blossom Booster, which I forgot to bring out here. But Barb's Blossom Booster is the Blossom Booster that you all fell in love with from Richard Jackson. We teamed together and made Barb's Blossom Booster. So water it in with that, and it just gives your plants that surge of energy to produce what they're going to produce here. They're going to need that energy because they are going to be producers. These plants perform.
How often do we need to use your booster if you want? If
you know, in the beginning of the growing season, I use it once every couple of weeks, and then once the plants are established, you could do it
a month or something. Okay, these are exciting. That's why we've sold more than 7,000. Now more than 300 more have been ordered. A lot of you buying more than one set. You get 2 for the $36.24. But if you want to order more than that, like a second set, a third set, I would do that. And what is your